Hello, hello. We are live with you this morning, like every morning, which we love. So my name's Elise Smith, Christian business strategist, and Allie, my business partner, is.
Yeah, I'm Allie Porter, and I'm your Christian Connector Concierge. And together we've created Millionaire Momentum Connector Agency. And we love to help people, specifically Christian entrepreneurs, to 10x their faith, 10x their finances, and 10x their future. And so we've done that through a myriad of all really cool things, including our assessment and our networking events and just all these things. And we really are here to just help you to create that millionaire momentum with God as your CEO. And we're really excited about it. So what's our topic today, Elise? What are we going to be talking about today?
We are going to talk about collaboration over competition. It's kind of funny as we first partnered. So when I joined with Allie in a company that we're no longer with, I was saying like, okay, if there's all these different coaches in the same community, then how am I going to stand out? Like, why would I join when there's all these different competitors? Do you remember what you said to me, Allie, or at least the gist of it?
I've said a lot of things. Maybe you were jogging my memory.
Totally fine. So you were talking to me about the law of consecration, right? And this is not necessarily something that's in kind of mainstream Christianity. So we'll be honest and transparent. And part of our Christian beliefs, right, like our religion, is we belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I wasn't even going to go there, but this is where it's going. Or Mormons, as some people know us as, right? But we are Christian, just so that you know. But we believe in this law of consecration, and the concept around that is that we pool all of our resources together, right? Like back in the olden days when we were asked to live the law of consecration, the idea was, and you've probably heard this on like different farms or homesteads or something like that, but everything that everybody makes gets pooled in together, and everyone is given more than they need because of the fact that we're pooling everything together. And so, and you can apply this to anything that you want to in your mind of like, if we can all bring in our same resources or our, different resources or our different skills and talents and things like that, we make each other better. And so when Allie was talking to me about like, stop looking at it over competition, look at it as collaboration. Look at how many other coaches you get to connect with to be able to do live videos and to grow your audience and all this. Do you remember that conversation, Allie?
I do remember that conversation now. I do. And it's funny because it didn't even dawn on me. Like I was like, well, of course it's going to benefit you. Of course it's going to be a blessing because now we all get to like put all of our stuff in the middle of the table and we all get to benefit from it. And even though we're no longer with that company, like the concept still applies in what we're doing now with M2. Like we keep adding more and more resources and tools and people and opportunities and everything. And some people could look at that and say, well, why would I want to get into something like that? Because then, it'll be competition. What if someone else is a business coach or a life coach or has a brick and mortar that does X or whatever it is, right? But we look at it as it's collaboration, because now there's more people that others can choose from and can really learn from and grow from. And again, God never looked at it that way. He's given all of us our unique talents and our abilities and our dreams for a reason, and it really is collaboration.
Yeah. And when you start thinking of things as collaboration over competition, your mind and your heart gets opened up in so many different ways. Opportunities come to you that you may not have thought of. And so, it's really interesting as we have been working on, adding more resources to be able to better serve you, which we can, definitely go to m2connector.com and take our free Christian Connector assessment so that we can pair you with the great resources that we have based on your specific needs. But we've brought on a couple of different Christian business coaches. And it's funny, as I'm used to be a Christian business coach, right? That was like my big thing. I didn't realize how many there are of us that are doing very similar things. But I love the fact that as we put those coaches on that page for you to review, you get pulled in one person's direction over another. right? You might be looking at two different people and comparing them, and you're like, I just really like her vibe more, or I really like what he teaches, like I really resonate with how he teaches over here based on their sales pages, right? And so it's very it's a mindset check, right? Is that, are you looking at this from a scarcity standpoint? Are you looking at this from an abundance standpoint? A few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, or a few videos ago, we'll just say it that way, we talked about your divine client. And the most important statement around your divine client, there's the, when you talk to everyone, you talk to no one. And I really love that one. But it's this one: there are more of your divine client out there than you can possibly serve. And you were foreordained. It talks about in the scriptures, you were foreordained to work specifically in your exact way, to work in good works in God. And so that means that there are people who have been put on this earth for you to help. And so if they have a whole list of coaches, to choose from, and they have a lineup of all these different people, which we don't have a whole bunch of people, by the way, just a few, but they all have their own strengths, their own weaknesses, their own way of doing things, their own experiences. If we line all those people up, you are immediately going to be drawn to one specific person. And that is so powerful. And maybe it's this specific person for this season of your business, and it's this specific person for the next season of your business. It's great to have options. But as the person who, we want to feature you in our assessment if we feel like it's a good fit. So come chat with us or message us or whatever it might be. But don't worry about this competition concept. There are more of your divine client that you are literally foreordained to serve than you can possibly serve. And so go into that with abundance. And that was the great thing that I got out of Ali and I's conversation with this law of consecration concept. I was looking at it from the scarcity mindset of, oh, there's only so many people out there that I can serve, and I'm having a hard time getting to them. And if I put myself next to another coach, then they're going to work with me over them. Well, what if or them over me? Well, what if they want to work with me over them, right? It all balances out. So thoughts, Ali?
I love it. I love it. And I really do believe that if we can change our mindset around it, it's as simple as that. If we can shift our mindset around it, which I feel like we are in such a space where we're shifting our mindset on so many different things, and we'll talk about that another time. But if we can shift our mindset around it and really focus on the fact that God is a God of collaboration, He is a God of abundance. And when you have abundance, that means that there's more than enough for everyone, more than enough clients, more than enough money, more than enough love, more than enough joy, more than enough of everything. Which means that if you're living in God's economy, which we are, we choose to live in God's economy, right? Then there's going to be more than enough. And we don't have to worry about the competition. And when you have competition, that brings in, dare I say, it brings in Satan. Like he's like pulling apart, people and relationships, and just, it's crappy. Like, don't go there. Always look at how you can collaborate and how you can work together for the betterment of yourselves and also for everyone that you serve. Yeah. And in fact, that's why Elise and I partnered together, because we were like, we could do more together than we can separate. And so
big time.
That's like huge, right? Okay. We would not even be where we are right now had we not partnered. Like, let's just go there for a second. But it's so beautiful when you can decide that you are going to not worry anymore, because worry also comes from the adversary. It's, like, that doesn't come from God. So you need to have the faith, not the fear, the faith that if you collaborate and you connect and you allow the collaboration to trump the competition, and you just relax and just know that there's more than enough for everyone, then you're going to be in a much, much, much better place. You're going to have like more money, more clients, more resources, more, like, you're just fuller. And I can attest to that. Like, Elise and I just feel so blessed every single day, because we get to meet with a ton of different people with a ton of different things that they do all day, every day. And it's so much fun. And it's so beautiful to be able to see how each individual person has their ideal clients, their divine clients that God has for them. And we get to service that and help them find those people. And it's just awesome. So,
yes. Absolutely. Yeah, just remember that you are who you are because God wants you to serve very specific people. So always choose collaboration over competition every single time. And you will have doors open to you that you didn't think were possible. That's exactly what happened with Allie and I. When I first went to her networking event and I wanted to create my own networking event from that because I loved her so much. And she's like, why recreate the wheel? Like, let's just do it together. I'm like, genius, that's so awesome, and that really helped to springboard into what we've created here today. And so if we hadn't been open to collaborating even at that level, then we would have closed the doors on this incredible opportunity. And the fact that we have opened up an M2 Connector agency for Christian entrepreneurs and have been able to help so many people, it's just really awesome. So if you are ready to really step into collaboration, ask God what that next step is for you. Is it doing live videos with interviews with people in your industry so that you can share your audiences without that fear of what if they want to purchase from that person instead of me? It always comes back around. And if you want to take it to a whole nother level, make sure to check out m2connector.com and look at our affiliate program, because we want to get you into our directory to get you even more exposure for your business. And don't worry about that whole competition thing, because they're going to be drawn to you, the exact people who are meant to work with you. And even on top of that is that you are now, as an affiliate, you are going to be able to offer so many more things to your audience and be that connector that they need you to be, right? It's not just saying that, oh, I have to provide everything for my clients, right? We are only one person. We can only do so much. Be a connector with us. And then that way you can offer so many other things to your people. And if they don't really want to partake in your program, which is totally fine, there's probably another resource that they're looking for that you could get paid on, right?
So beautiful. I get chills every time we talk about it.
Yes, it's living in God's economy, just like Allie always says. It's so, so beautiful. So put in the chat below or the comment below, what is one way you are going to collaborate and choose collaboration over competition this week? And we will see you guys next time. So Allie, finish this off.
Stay inspired, believe in Christ, and receive the wealth and prosperity that God has for you. And let's create millionaire momentum with God as our CEO.
Thanks,
Take care,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.